What up, boys?
Morning.
Morning. It's
Morning.
Saturday. It's Saturday morning. After something that happened the other day. What happened the other day, gentlemen?
Your birthday?
Yes.
Your birthday.
You can't give yourself a plug like that. You can't.
totally giving myself
I was
a
gonna
plug.
do that, bro. I was gonna do it.
I'm going somewhere with it.
Oh, okay.
So, another year older here.
No, that you're dumber.
Maybe another year dumber. Maybe I haven't aged as well as the cheese. Yeah, there's your plug, Chris. He wanted me to make a joke about
I
that.
told you wine is a better metaphor.
It was better, and he didn't do it.
Anywho, I got thinking the other day. So Thursday was my birthday, and I got thinking.
That's rare.
I got thinking the other day. Like you get older, and what comes with age. Like, how do you get where you want to be, and like how do you plan ahead in the future? What and who do you want in your life? It's a lot of things to think about, especially now. Like, I'm 29 now. I got one more year until I'm the big 3-0.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wait,
that's
you're
it.
29.
Yeah.
29?
29.
Anyone ever seen New Girl? 29?
Not enough.
Someone,
of it to know
someone
that.
will get it. Someone will
The
get
way
it.
you're saying it, I'd assume it's Schmidt that says it.
Yeah.
Nah, nice. You look like Schmidt.
I was
You
just
are
gonna say
Schmidt.
that. I
Holy
think he's
crap,
Schmidt.
you're Schmidt, dude.
I'm
Oh
Schmidt.
my god. Does that make me Nick or Winston? I think Randy's
You're-
more Nick.
You're a Winston.
Or I am Jess. I'm Jess. I'm
You're
Jess.
just.
My God.
Anyways, 29?
Anywho, yeah, 29, almost the big 3-0. And it kind of makes you think, like, it's a big milestone. And it really makes you start thinking ahead to the future. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, the things that come with age. Chris?
Yeah, like that fermented cheese between Randy's
Fermented
toes.
wine cheese.
Wine
no,
cheese.
Stop.
Wine
Uh,
cheese. We got a bunch of talking points on this topic. We did our due diligence. That comes with age. Is being smarter, more prepared. So
Yeah.
I think something we can talk about. Granted, this doesn't apply to everybody, right? I'm in the same boat as Randy. I turned 29 this year, and the 30s creeping up on us 90s babies, and I don't like it. I really don't like it.
I
However,
don't like it.
it's just a number. That's the lie I keep telling myself. I've got two viewpoints on this. One, it's not a big deal, and two, I don't ever want to hit 30. So it's kind of like polar opposites
Yeah.
in my head, and it's a constant battle of which one do I want to pick. And I think when I turn 30, it's gonna be the it's not a big deal, but right now it's like I don't want to turn 30.
Yeah.
Anyway, if
You
you're
wanna-
above 30, I'm sorry. This isn't making you sound old. We're not trying to do that. It's just
Just when you turn
It's a
30, that means
milestone.
you're old. That's it.
You want to know one of my favorite things that I've noticed about getting older?
Yes.
what's that?
So I've noticed lately that I've been grunting more. Just unnecessarily grunting. Like,
You don't even
I,
have a kid,
I bend
man.
over to pick something up, give a grunt. I get out of my chair, give a grunt. I think it's just something that's in our DNA.
Hashtag give a grunt.
What do you guys
Going
think?
on.
Like,
Well, that's
I'm 26, almost 27.
that's
And I'm
definitely.
Oh, you're not
starting
even-
to do this.
You're not even there yet, bro.
There's-
What the heck?
Well, but like being real here, like now, that's something I've definitely noticed, especially in the last couple of years, like as I've gotten older, is there are some things that like physically, like I either can't do or can't do as well. Like, I don't recover as well from like a really hard workout at the gym. Like when I was 18 or 19 and I could go super hard and the next day I felt good. Now it's like I go super hard at the gym and 3 days later I'm still like, man, that still hurts. But
Yeah, I have to like. We've talked about it before. Like you have to. Me personally, I have to prep for hockey.
Yeah.
Like if I have a hockey tournament coming up, I have to stretch. Like I have to do yoga. I have to roll out. I have to take ice baths. Like I have to do that. Otherwise, my body is not gonna accept it. And when I was 23, that was not an issue.
nope.
So, granted, I think I'm in the best shape I've ever been in, because I take care of my body like that now. So it's also a benefit, right? Like you realize you need to do it and you haven't been, and you just can't get away with it anymore. So
Yeah.
maybe it's like an eye opener. Like, hey, I'm not as healthy as I thought I was when I was younger.
Speaking of ice baths, Chris, you know about the
Did you make
project,
it?
right?
Did you make it? Did you finish?
Randy doesn't know. Yeah,
I know.
I just went and checked on it. I am making an ice bath
Oh, that's sick.
out of a what do you call it? It's like a long deep freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm making an ice bath out of it. Someone was selling it, so I just picked it up, scooped it from them, and I got some like high strength waterproof silicone, and I put 2 layers of it on, and that stuff, like, I had my doubts about it, but I guess it actually does what it says, because
You should buy Flex Seal.
it's tough.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Motherfucker made a boat out of a
Seal
screen door.
was an option. It was totally an option. But yeah, hopefully, in a couple weeks I'll have a ice bath up and running.
Chris is broken.
We'll get Chris back eventually. But
You said a motherfucker in a boat out of...
I mean, just
Actually,
watch the commercial.
this is a really good part for me to realize that my laptop's unplugged and plugged it in.
Okay,
Plug
have
it in.
fun.
Something else that comes with age. You realize sooner when you do dumb things like you don't plug in your laptop before you start recording.
Yeah, preparation.
Instead of letting your laptop die. See, now, Jared, we can say, is already like a year older for that in a
that
way,
would've been
because
bad.
not that long ago he couldn't record one day because his laptop wasn't plugged in, only had 3%. So,
And his charger wasn't as
yeah,
fast.
exactly. So, I mean, this is good. This is improvement for Jared.
Yeah.
He's getting older
Boom.
and wiser every day.
Responsibilities.
There's a cat.
He's so
Speaking of
There's a snowball.
responsibilities, something
Cats.
else that comes with age is more responsibility, more things you have to do and take care of, like cats.
Facts. Well, that's my own doing.
Well, true.
Dogs.
And the plants. Look at him.
Plants.
Look at him. Snow. Don't snow.
You know he's thinking about it.
I know. He's staring. He's
Be modest. Come on now.
All right, back on point. So things that come with age, right, is friend groups change. We talked about that quite a bit. Friend groups inevitably change. Whether you have best friends, they move away. For us in the military, that's something I've been dwelling on recently. Is like, damn, I kind of miss like having that friend where you can just go over to their place, no plans, no nothing, and just sit there. And like it's totally cool, and you both love it. I don't have that. Like Jared, I don't think we've ever had that. And that's not like saying you're a bad friend or anything. It's just like not our friendship. Like we're more productive when we're together, and if we're not doing anything, we're
Well,
like, all right, well, I'm gonna go be productive.
I think it just comes with responsibilities. I mean, as you get older, you have a job, and then, when you're not at work, you have other jobs,
Tasks.
other things you need to take care of. Like, you're not always home. Like, yeah, if I was always home, I would, like, if I just worked at home and I didn't go anywhere, I would say, yeah, stop by whenever you want. Like, just come in the front door.
Well,
but that's not always
yeah.
the case. I'm not always home.
No, and it's not just that. It's like, I don't know, just the mindset of like when you're like a brother with someone. Like me and Randy, I could go to his place and just sit there. And then I would just get annoyed after a while and then leave. But I'd be able to just go sit there and be like, yo, what's up? Like I just go sit in his office chair and just do nothing.
Well, it's like we talked
But-
about in the Simple Things episode. We used to just go sit in parking lots and chill, and we were cool with that.
Yeah, but the point being is like your friend circles definitely change as you grow up, and then like everyone gets families, everyone starts doing their own thing, so it becomes a point to where you kind of have to figure out your own scenario. Like, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna make it count? And that's something I've been dealing with recently, as I talked about it before the show, is like people bailing, and that's not. I mean, I get it. Like, I'm not mad at people. But it's just kind of sucks because like you plan, for me specifically, like I would plan my weekend around this one thing and like set up like different time zones for like, that's how my brain works. I'd be like, all right, well, I'm going to hang out with them, which means tomorrow I'll be able to wake up early if I go to bed, or if I drink with them, I won't be able to wake up early tomorrow. And so when that cancels, it throws my whole weekend off and I just get pissed off. So something I need to work on with that is like, as I'm getting older now and people are having their own lives, I need to kind of like, all right, I'm just going to do my own thing. Like, I'll just go out and do what I want to do today. So that's something to keep in mind is like, your friends are going to get busy and it's going to kind of suck.
Yeah. Yeah, it says a lot too. I mean, I kind of came to that realization, especially as, being like single and like still living at home and stuff. And a lot of my friends, they're getting married and starting families, which, you think about that, like, or start with the age thing alone. Like, you see your friends doing that. And like, I know we've talked about it. It's like, it's your life. You worry about your life and not theirs. But even still, you're kind of like, man, like I have friends who are like married and have kids, where am I at?
Yeah.
So it's like, part of it is combating that, but I don't want to get into that just yet because I do want to talk a little bit more about the friend thing. And I know we've talked about it in, some of our previous episodes, but it's like, looking at your friends' priorities versus your own as well. And that's something you start to do as you get older and, more mature and responsible, is like you have things that you want to do every day, or like you think you should be doing every day. And then you have another friend whose kind of idea of like a Friday night is totally different from yours. Maybe that person is not somebody you invest as much time in anymore.
Right. Jared, you could talk about that, right?
Yeah. You can't have 10 best friends,
Yeah.
because it comes to a point where your circle gets too big, and you can't spend enough time with everyone. Like if you have 10 best friends, you have no time for yourself. Like 100% of your time. I mean, actually, I don't even think 10 best friends is possible. I think maybe like 3 to 5 is probably ideal. And even then, like if you have 5 best friends, that's still like a ton of your time that is being used up. So if you're trying to appease a lot of people, or if you think that you should have 20 friends who you get together with every week, then I mean, that's just going to take so much out of you, and it'll take away from,
Everything. It
your
away from
closest
everything.
relationships. Yeah, your relationship with your family. If you have 20 friends that you're attending to, like your family life is going to severely diminish.
That's another thing.
That's from my experience.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because that's another thing that I've been personally thinking about a lot lately. And it's funny because there's a lot of friends that I've kind of almost like reconnected with recently, like people who I haven't talked to in a long time that have kind of come back out of the woodwork for whatever various reasons. And it sucks in a way because it's like I would really like to hang out with this person and they're asking me to hang out and I just don't have time. It's like there's some weekends where, all right, I plan to do this with this person, this with that person, plus I have to do this thing, that thing, and the other thing. And then by the time you do all that, it's like I had no relaxation time. Like now I got to go right back to work on Monday, and it wears you out, and it sucks. But again, it's part of becoming an adult, where it's like you got to kind of pick and choose, what you do and who you do it with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
exactly.
So a good thing with that, we've talked about it a lot, right? Like plan time for yourself, kind of self-care time, right? Plan some time where you can go read a book and do nothing, or if you want, you can click the link in the description and get free trial 30 days for audible.com.
Clink the link.
You can
Clink
listen
that link.
to books. You could clink the link. Did I say it again?
No, I did.
Oh,
No,
good. Thank God.
We started at that time.
You could clink the link down below. Did it on purpose. For a free 30-day trial to Audible. So when you're doing your chores, when you're doing your productive stuff, there you go. You could be listening to books on tape if you're Randy. You could be
Books on
listening
tape.
in your ear, learning as you're doing laundry, as you're journaling, as you're reading a book. You could be listening to a book. Inception.
Whoa.
That
Inception.
sounds very difficult.
I don't think you
No,
get
we're
very
all
much out of either of those books, but okay.
But anyway, click the link. It's an affiliate link. Helps us out. Supports the show. Appreciate you. Thank you. Back on track. Taking
Yeah,
time
well,
for yourself,
pow.
right? That is important. So, and I think that comes with age as well, because you realize you get so burnt out. Like your mid-20s, you're just grinding. I mean, this is for the average person, I would assume. From what I've seen and experienced. Your mid-20s, you're grinding. Like, you're trying to find who you are, what you want to do, working your hardest to make something of yourself. And then by your upper 20s, which is where I'm at right now, where I think all of us are.
Not yet.
Well, you're getting there, but you joined early though, so that kind of counts. You're kind of ahead of the game. You realize like, hey, this isn't healthy. I can't keep this up for years on end. How do I improve this while making my life easier? And that's kind of where the point we're all at right now, right? Is we're creeping up on 30. Me, Jared, and Talon have realized, okay, the military is not for us. We've done it for 7, 8, 9, 10 years, right? It's not for us anymore. So at 30 years old, it's kind of scary restarting, but that shouldn't hold you back, because you can't let the fear of the unknown hold you back. And that's kind of how they keep a lot of people in the military, is like, well, it's so hard to get a job, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, dude, no, it's not. My friend got out and he's making 6 figures in Colorado doing what he likes. Like, it's not, it's okay. And if it's something you're passionate about and have the skill for, like, it's gonna work out, and your mindset you have to know that it's gonna work out. But it is scary, so that's something that comes with age. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
I think you also gain confidence too, right?
Yeah.
Because when you're 20 years old or like early 20s applying for a job, you're filling out that job application, or it's like your resume, and it's like, what are your strengths and weaknesses? And you're like, my strength is that I don't have any weaknesses. And
And the episode of
You
The
don't really
Office
know.
where Michael's like, my weaknesses are I care too much and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, all right, well, what are your strengths? He's like, well, actually, my strengths are my weaknesses.
I love that episode. But you don't really know how you're going to perform with a team or like leading a team. But now, I mean, all of us have experience doing that, and we actually know our strengths and weaknesses. And we have more confidence, like going into a job interview, talking to people, speaking at events or in front of people, public speaking. Like, yeah, you have a really good tool in your tool belt. That's not just a hammer of confusion.
Whoa. Whoa.
the hammer of confusion.
That was sick.
Need one of
we should make a
those.
T-shirt of that.
Yeah, I like it.
The hammer of confusion. You're not stupid. You're just dumb.
There it is.
Oh, I love it, dude. I
There
love
is.
it.
We need stickers. We need patches.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh man, that was sick.
But yeah, I mean, as someone who also just went through a career change at 28, which I mean, close enough at that point, and like a complete career change, like complete 360 or 180, I guess 360 would end up in the same spot. You know, why do people say that? They say 360.
Complete
That's
180.
stupid. Yeah, it is a 180. Yeah, complete 180, like completely different line of work than what I was doing. And yeah, it's scary. Like I even said, I've said it before on the podcast, but it's like I was at a point where I knew what I was doing wasn't working, and it was like, I don't know if this new thing, I don't know if this new thing is going to work out, but I got to try it. And,
Yeah.
I think that it's kind of the same to be said, like for you guys in the military, like you guys have gotten to a point where you realize that what you're doing is not working for you. You don't like what you're doing. You're not happy. And, you're going to be getting out, and maybe the first thing that you do might not work out either, but you have to try it. Like, you have to try the new things and like see what you get out of it. And like, I'm so glad I did. Like, I'm so much better off and so much happier now in this new job that I'm at. And, I feel like the only regret I have was I wish I did it sooner.
Dang. Yeah. I'm looking at Snowball.
Nice. You guys should really be
Get
watching
outta
on
here,
YouTube
dude.
if you're not, because there's like a lot of shenanigans.
Get out of here.
There's a big fluffy white cat.
Yeah.
That just
Nice. He gone.
Just in the camera.
Go ahead, take it away, Jared. You had a point. Go.
I was about to say I'm just really excited and about this whole change, and Randy, what you just talked about, changing your job is kind of encouraging and motivating.
It is scary, dude. I've been stressing out about it a lot. Like, it's scary because I want to work for myself. I don't want to just go. I could easily. I say this, but it probably won't be as easy as I think. But I could easily get out and work for someone with the experience, the certs, and stuff that I have, and not struggle. I don't think any of us are ever going to struggle for a job again, just because of what we've done and the experience we have. However, the passion for working for myself is there. So that's scary. Like, how the heck, like, I haven't even made money yet. Like, how am I going to make it work? And that's what's stressful. But the passion and drive is there to keep pushing and figure that stuff out as I go. And I think that's a good mindset to have, is like knowing it might not be it's not going to be as easy as you think. It's just not. But it will happen if you keep pursuing it. And I think that's something that comes with age, is like you kind of realize that. You're like, life is what you make of it. So why would you make anything less of what you want?
Right.
You know?
You reevaluate yourself, and you set new goals, and you set new milestones, and you have different things that you look forward to. Like, like one of the things that's great about this job that I have is like, now I'm finally like making an amount of money where I can look forward to things like getting my own house and like, potentially starting a family. Like, that's the kind of things, like, now I feel like it's scary, but it's exciting that I actually get to look forward to these things now.
Yeah, that's true. So one note I had down was new milestones, like house, marriage, stuff like that. We could talk about Jared. Jared just got engaged, so that's sick. He has a house, so that's awesome. Jared's like, he's got his own checklist in his head, and he's like, check.
No,
check,
there's no
check.
checklist.
He's almost
He's like,
he's almost like Talon now.
Yeah, right. So congrats, buddy. You're doing it. You're killing the game, man.
Thank you.
Me, on the other hand,
There's
I'm
no
struggling to get a
checklist though.
house. No, just kidding.
Yeah, well, Chris, you and me got to get it together. We got 3. Nah, we went.
See, but do we? Do we? This is the point. This is the point.
We went from 1/5 of us, 20%, being married and everything, and now it's 60%. We are the remaining 40.
Right.
Oh no.
Oh man, that's true.
Oh,
I didn't
wow.
realize that. Well, I mean, it is what it is. But like, I'm not comparing it to like. I had this thought. This is a little tangent, but I had this thought. I'm sorry I keep doing this thing with
What's
the
your
pen. If
thought?
you're watching on YouTube,
It's the
I'm
magic
sorry,
pen.
This pen is like, it's a fidget thing.
Yeah.
So I had a thought. My older brother has a kid, not married. Joey got married, no kids. And I'm the middle. And so it feels like there's a lot of pressure on the middle kid to see his older and younger brother have either done and failed or done and hopefully be successful. And I'm just haven't done yet. But I also look at my life and I'm like, well, I've traveled here. I've done the stuff I loved. Have they done that? And the answer to that is probably not. Like, granted, they have different interests than me, but I have taken my life and made it the exact way that I have wanted it. Now, has that prevented me from maybe meeting the right person or doing any of that? Maybe because I'm not here. However, I've got all of these experiences behind my belt, whereas they don't. So I don't really compare it to that anymore. Like, I've realized that I'm living the life I want to live, and I'm happy doing that. So I don't feel the pressure to go out and get married or anytime soon. Like, I just don't feel the pressure. And once you accept that and stop comparing yourself to others, it's powerful. It really is.
Yeah, I agree. Especially someone like recently. I don't know if we've actually talked about this on the show, but it's something I've talked about with you guys, off recording. It's like, I'm going to call you out a little bit, Chris. Chris, you made a comment to me, I don't know, it was a couple weeks ago, and you said something like, you're like, you don't have a lot of stuff. You said something along those lines to me. It's like, I don't have a lot of stuff. And you know what? Like, a big part of me realized, like, I'm really okay with that. And like, that's another thing that's come up as we're planning this trip to Scotland is like, you say, hey, it's going to be this much. Like, are you okay with that? And I'm just like, yeah, dude, whatever. Like, whatever it costs, it costs. And I think one of the big things, and this definitely has come with age, because I can definitely say as a younger, like, in my teens and early 20s, it was all about the stuff, like the stuff that I wanted to get. I think it's definitely become, I would rather spend money on doing something and having the experience and like going somewhere and experiencing something than I would ever like to spend on things.
Yeah.
I think that's so much more worthwhile to me. It's like, if I compare my life to, say, like a guy who's got some big mansion and like, has these nice fancy cars and like all this crap, and then I look at my life and I say, okay, you have all this stuff. Look at all of what I've done. Like, look at all the places I've gone, the things I've done, the people I've met. I think that is so much more fulfilling than any amount of like material things you could buy.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. There's a commercial I think it was like either Trivago or Hotels.com, something. Dude, it was powerful. It starts out with this guy talking about like, in 30 years, are you going to remember what phone you had? Are you going to remember that you had the newest iPhone? Or are you going to remember the places you've gone and the things you've experienced? I was like, damn, that's a great commercial, man. That was good. It inspires you every time I watch it. And it's like it's either on like, I think it's on like ESPN or something. So like it just loops back and forth like every commercial. Yeah. I was like, damn. I don't get old. I don't get tired of it. Like it's inspiring.
That is a fire.
So whoever made that commercial, kudos to you, man. Kudos to whoever made that commercial.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are things that come with age. It's like you realize these things. So the career changes, the networking's huge, right? Like you meet a ton of people throughout your life. And using that, not taking advantage, but using it to your advantage. Two different things, because you don't ever want to take advantage of people. But using that to your advantage, like for us in the military, like I've got friends around the world, friends who have started their own businesses, friends that have worked for companies, friends that know how to do the things that I might need to do when I get out. It's fantastic. And staying in touch is a huge part. And this isn't text every day. This is call once a month. Call, hey, dude, what's up? Fill me in.
That's another big distinction to make, too, is like, just because you're friends with someone doesn't mean that you got to like hang out with them all the time and things like that. I have friends, like plenty of friends who I text, a lot, or like I even have some friends I text like every day, but like we don't ever hang out. But that's just like the kind of friendship we have, because we realize like, like we like to talk about similar things, but we're not the kind of people who are going to hang out. And it like helps me not waste my time, helps them not waste their time. It takes some of the stress off of like what we talked about earlier, and not, overwhelming yourself with these kind of things. So I think networking is super important, and kind of like realizing what that relationship is. And it's something I've done as well, where it's like, okay, I may not hang out with or talk to this person a lot, but I'd like to keep them at arm's length, because they may have a service of some kind that I may ever need them for.
Mm-hmm. And it's not taking advantage. Like you're friends with these people
right.
as well. It's not just like, What do you think, Jared?
No, I mean, I think you guys hit the nail on the head. As you get older, you just create a larger network of people. And I think what may come along with that, and I'd be curious to see, to rewatch this video, like when I'm in my 30s or when I'm getting close to 40, and like see how my mindset changes. Right. But I think part of getting older is just getting to appreciate people, like appreciate the people that you know without expecting anything in return, or without thinking about what can I gain from this person. But then like just knowing that person, appreciating them, opens up that line of communication. And when you do want some information from like a plumbing expert, like, hey, I have this type of pipe, like, can I blah blah blah, whatever it is, I don't know, like you can just reach out to them and ask that. I think you guys pretty much nailed it.
That's the whole reason I keep Facebook at this point. Like,
I'm about to delete it. I'm on my last.
I've been you know what? I don't ever go on it. I really don't. Like it's so buried in my phone. It's not even easy for me to like get to the app. But it is there. Like, Talon. One thing that Talon was always really big on was, use your social media as a tool. And that's exactly what Facebook is to me. It is a tool. I don't use it for entertainment purposes. I go on it if I need to like find a person, or if I need somebody, or something from somebody. I use it to advertise, like, when I make something out in the wood shop. But like and I think that's another thing that comes with age too, is like, using certain things as tools rather than entertainment.
Yeah, I agree. That's it is. Again, we've done so many episodes about that. Yeah.
Chris, I need to stop you for a second. We both had the same thought process at the same exact time.
I feel like I'm out of the loop. I love you, bro. I'm out of the loop.
That's
here.
why
we're so immature. Oh my god, bro! I just looked at you. You said you were talking about.
We were on the same wavelength.
So Randy, we can cut this out. We can keep it in. Use it as a blooper.
Keep it in.
You mentioned Talon said use social media as a tool, and Chris and I both had the thought process of Randy, you're a tool.
Ah. Yeah, I mean, kind of. You know, Jim,
Dude, I
Jim,
was like,
bro,
yeah.
I'm gonna flex a little bit
Why?
right here.
Why?
Me and
do you
Jared just
think like
we
this?
just we both smiled and looked at each other like, yep, don't say it.
Gotta hate you guys.
Oh, I love it, dude. We're the same people.
You know,
cheeks
Jared.
hurt.
Jared talked. Now I'm gonna roast you guys a little bit. Jared talked about how like sometimes you have friendships and don't expect anything in return. But I wasn't even mad when literally 0 of the 4 other people on Lessons Learned wished me happy birthday the other day.
damn. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm
Boom,
sorry.
roasted.
I
I was
did not know it
flying
was
or
your birthday.
attempting. Yeah, you
I had,
didn't.
I had no idea it was your birthday.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
To be fair, how are we supposed to? I should know that. I've been your lifelong friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw the blame on Chris here.
Yeah.
Don't throw the blame. I was trying to fly and like delayed and sweating my ass off and just unhappy. So I was preoccupied. And I did wish him. I called
He
him
did.
earlier in the week and I said, "Hey, dude, we were talking, whatever." He says, "Oh, it's my birthday coming." I was like, "I know I'm gonna forget. So happy early birthday."
He did.
So I said it.
I'll give him
I
that.
did. I knew I was gonna forget.
So he is slightly off the hook.
yeah.
I still was like kind of waiting for the text or something. I never got it, but you know.
I'm sorry, dude. I was
Oh,
like,
no.
I didn't get home till midnight from that stupid laughter.
That makes
I
me
was
But,
really
uh,
sad.
Joe and Talon, I'm calling you out. What's your excuse?
Oof. Yeah, and like it's on Snapchat where it tells you.
I know, right?
I don't have.
Yeah,
I don't
Jared.
Have
I didn't
Snapchat.
get on. I didn't get on. You know me. I don't get on Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't get on your phone
Yeah.
unless it's Rachel.
And again, boom roasted.
Boom, roast.
No, all kidding aside,
Well,
but I think
my
that's. Hey, you know what?
My
Like, I'm
birthday's
gonna.
next week.
What's that?
My birthday's next week.
Okay.
But I don't. I don't.
No one wish it. No
No,
one
I
wish
wish
it.
Jared happy birthday. I am gonna tie this in though. Now, I think that is another thing. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but like, if one of my friends forgets to wish me happy birthday, it's not like a thing that's a big deal to me. Honestly, it's like,
Yeah, I don't care.
yeah, exactly. It's like it's just like I said, I actually had a friend who was going through some crap like on my birthday. And I was texting them about it, and they said, "Oh, I wasn't really gonna say anything about it today because I didn't want to ruin your day." And I'm like, "It's fine. Like you can message. Like it's just another day."
Yeah.
What is this?
What the heck?
What's going on here?
Why the heck?
Oh,
Is this Talon?
Hello?
I don't know. You guys were still recording. Oopsies.
Talon,
Get
you
out of
can't.
here, bro.
Talon, you just missed me roasting you.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
what?
literally. Yeah, literally.
I can't.
Sensed it.
I can't defend myself.
No, you didn't wish him happy birthday. You're just a dick.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's okay.
I can't defend myself. All right, I'm back in. Sorry, boys.
All right, see you later.
See ya.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Where the hell's he even tuning in from? Like Scotland or
I
where
think
the
he's
hell
in
is he?
Spain, actually.
Talon, everybody.
That's hilarious.
Can you clip
Yeah.
the OBS in there?
Yeah,
Okay,
I can
good.
do
That's
that.
that's so funny. Anyway, all right. Get back on point. Jared, you have a few more talking points you want to hit? Because I got one more to end it off with, and it's a good one.
I think. Well, we already kind of mentioned it. Not caring what other people think. Yeah, Randy not having a bunch of stuff. I think we all can relate to being in high school and wanting like a car and wanting to put like the best wheels, the best rims on it, get a good color, put those nice blue like ring headlights on the front.
The halos.
Those are sick.
Ooh, excuse me.
The
Those are sick.
halos.
Those
The
are pretty
halos. And see how illegal you could get with them, or like on the edge
Yeah.
of being legal and illegal.
That dark tint.
Yep. But yeah, I think as you get older, like you don't care. Like I don't
Cool.
care.
It doesn't
I've had,
matter.
I've had the same car. I haven't put new wheels on
Do
it.
you have
I
like
haven't
crank
even-
windows?
No, I have automatic windows.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
You know what Randy should care? You know what you should both care about? Pet peeve. Tangent. Pet peeve.
Here we go.
Everyone should have tinted
my
windows in
God.
their car. How do you not have tinted windows?
How do you
It
drive
drives
at
me
night with
insane.
tinted windows?
Perfectly fine. I could see out of them. But oh my God, we go on road trips with you two, and it's like my arms are burning and I am sweating like the sun. I'm in a greenhouse.
It builds character.
It's too hot in the car.
It builds
Yeah,
character.
Rant over, or you could spend $200 and tint your windows. Anyway,
How about
sorry.
you spend $200? You give me $200 and I'll go get my windows tinted.
I was tempted on the drive to Montana. I was
Dude,
tempted.
that would have been great. It would have been hilarious.
It was fine.
Anyway, that's a good point. Is don't care what other people think, and like that's that's hard to do. It is hard to do, right? But again, small baby steps. Once you start that, maybe all right. Well, I don't care that I have the nicest car. Right? I don't care that I'm not married. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Like it's your life, and live it the way you want to live it. And that. Continue, go ahead.
I mean, when I was so perfect example. When I was younger, younger, like 4 or 5 years ago, I would walk around the gym like mostly flexed, like not. I wouldn't do
You're
that
the
thing.
tool,
I would
dude.
never
You
do
are
the
the
lat
tool.
thing because that always just looks
Invisible
so
lat
dumb.
syndrome.
But I would try to like discreetly, make sure my arms are like a little flexed, make sure my shoulders are like a little flexed, And now it's just like I don't care. Like
Well, now you're also big enough to where you don't have to. Prove
Yeah,
anything,
God,
so,
it's
I
like
mean,
he's just evolved
You-
beyond
maybe
having to
that's-
pretend.
yeah, you've achieved your goals. So let's be real here.
I've become my flexed form.
this isn't even my final form.
Oh man. All right. So to wrap it up, I've got one last point. So the not caring what people think is massive, massive. My
Massive.
final point is acceptance. The term acceptance. Accept where you are in life. Accept that you are who you make yourself to be. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Can you accept that? Cool.
Yeah.
Accept that you have control of where you're going to go, and accept that things probably aren't going to go the way you plan them. Once you do that, just acceptance is huge. It doesn't mean accept it, roll over, and die. It means accept it, tweak your plan, continue striving for that goal.
It is what it is.
Whatever
Let's
that may
move
be.
on. Type thing.
Let it roll off your back, continue forward. One step back, 2 steps forward. Who cares? And that's just a mindset that comes with age. Is you've experienced so many ups and downs. It's not going to be the end. Like it doesn't matter. Look at people who go bankrupt and then like they're rich again. Like it's possible. Granted, they might have different means than you do, and that's an extreme example. But for example, if I want to create my own business and it doesn't work out, okay, maybe focus my efforts elsewhere, a different business or something else. But just accepting that and knowing that's going to happen throughout your entire life, not just in your 30s or 20s, it's going to happen. So when you can do that, it's powerful and you feel like you're in control. And I think that is a massive thing to have and learn as you age.
Yeah, I think.
So,
Can I build on that real quick a little bit? I think that's even a principle that can be applied to just even every day. Like not even just like an overall outlook, but that can be like a day-to-day principle. You could have something happen at work when you first get there in the morning and you could be like, you could let it simmer all day and like annoy you, or you can just move past it and don't let it ruin your day. Don't let one bad day at work ruin your whole week. It was one bad day. Then you leave and you're home and then it's done. And that's it.
like me, when a friend bails and my whole weekend's ruined, that's on me. I need to work on that.
Yeah, but
I have
exactly. That's
control to make
the
the rest
point,
of the weekend great. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So with that, I hope you guys learned something. We hit a lot of points. We had a special guest. That was sick. Both Snow and Talon,
Yeah,
really. So 2
two.
special guests. I hope you learned something, and don't forget to click the link below. And
Clink the link.
And the Patreon link is also below. If you do want to support us even more and not necessarily need an audio book, you can click the Patreon link and donate to your favorite podcast that you have ever listened to in your entirety of life. Thank you. Jared, take it away.
All right, this has been Lessons Learned. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you aren't on YouTube, fix yourself. Get on YouTube. Watch us.
Cool.
If you aren't on YouTube, okay, I guess that's fine. We are on Spotify. We are on YouTube. We are on a bunch of other platforms. You can find the link in the description.
You can clink it.
Clink the link. Just clink the link. And you can also find our social media pages in the description too. So if you have any topic ideas, let us know. Just DM us anywhere or comment. Be sure to share this or one of our other episodes that you think a friend would like. Share it with them. And until next time, we will
See ya!
See ya!